Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, Legacy of the Void. Today, it's going to be a match between Armani and Maru from DreamHack Winter. Need more Maru on the channel, so I found a game between him and a fellow Korean Zerg player. It's going to be Deathaura. Top left-hand corner is the red Zerg player. It is Armani. And in the bottom right, it is the blue Terran player, Maru. Love Maru so much. Such a great player, so very, very fun. I'm not sure what chance Armani has in this game, but it's a long macro game, and therefore I feel like he's going to put up a pretty good fight and maybe even win this thing. So check this action out. This is the new StarCraft 2 professional caster overlay, right? That we're looking at right here. That's why it's different from what it used to be. You click on the hatchery and it shows up down here. It's very nice. I do feel like this is bigger. The production tab, just icons here are bigger than they used to be. That's another thing that's different. And they just kind of compacted this, right? So you have total supply, you have army supply, income for minerals, income for gas, and then I guess, I don't know, what's this? Upgrade? Oh, that's an upgrades. So the upgrades tab is always visible, but you don't have APM visible the whole time, which actually, I don't know, I kind of missed that. So why don't we watch this game together, and we'll decide if you want me to keep the 2020 version of the WCS Observer interface, or if you want me to go back to the old one that I've been using for a couple of years now, because I do like that one. This might take some time to get used to. Like, I'm not going to complain about it too much. We've got income advantage here. We still have units lost. It looks a little different, but that's what it is. Oh, I think they give us more space on it, too, because sometimes you remember units lost would be too small to contain all of the different types of units that died. You know, it kind of went off the edge. It was very strange. Anyway, cool. Here we are, a Reaper. Man, I feel like I'm looking at the wrong thing because the production tab is so big up there. Yeah, so let's watch this one. You guys tell me in the comments if you like this one or if you want to go back to the old one, and we'll discuss it in the coming weeks. This is EVE Online Capsuleer. Description. A noob capsuleer was running his hauler from Amar system to Jita to sell some goods and to buy a new Punisher frigate. At some point, he had to run his ship through a Ravero system, hoping to jump through quickly and peacefully, but he was sniped down at the jump gate by some Omega player fighting for Triglavian Collective. Noob's capsule was sniped as well, so he woke up in his clone. But the clone reincarnation system failed, and our capsuleer reincarnated in the Dominion space, in a clone already inside a Reaper suit. At the moment, he is trying to figure out which star system he is currently in, and if he dies, he reincarnates again in another clone placed in his homeworld, the Amar star system. So if he dies, he goes home. That's kind of nice. I like that for our Reaper named EVE Online Capsuleer, which is a mouthful to say a lot, so I don't think I'm going to repeat it, but anyway. Yeah, Armani's a Korean Zerg player. He did qualify for GSL Season 3. He's pretty good. I wouldn't say he has a fantastic chance of beating Maru here, but Maru is kind of a player whose highs are extremely high, and whose lows are, like, low. Like, he will lose to players you've never heard of before. So that's not good. So I don't know. Anything can happen. I think that's why a lot of people like Maru games, is because he is an excellent Terran player, but also it's unpredictable. He's not just going to stomp people that are worse than him. He's going to struggle sometimes. And I don't know if it's a question of focus or what, but Armani's going for a Roach War, and he's got an Overlord cruising in to see what's what. He sees that Tech Lab. It is a Banshee opening. Now, if this was going to be some kind of a Roach Ravager 2.5 base all-in, Armani needs to abort that now, because Banshees will completely shut it down. We've seen it on the channel recently. A really elite Zerg player, even an elite Zerg player, will not kill an elite Terran player if they've got a couple Banshees up. The thing about Banshees is they're guaranteed damage, but they can't shoot up at all. So they can easily be taken down by things like Mutalisks or Corruptors. And they're a little bit slow, too, if they don't have their speed upgrade. They can be chased by Queens to a certain extent. Are we just YOLOing in here? That's a... okay, now it's a YOLO. So these guys are dead. Let's see how many drones they can kill. Pretty decent split there from Armani. And he only loses 5 drones. And Mr. EVE Online dies, ends up reincarnated back home, so nice job by him. As well as all 4 Hellions. So now Armani can really drone up. He's making 11 drones at a time. That's exactly what you want to be doing here. Maru moving into, should we say it is Bio? It is. It's Marines and it's Marauders. It is Stim. It's a 3rd CC coming up here at about 4.5 minutes, which isn't stupid fast. But, you know, pretty zippy. Maru's been known to get 3rd bases at like sub 3 minutes before, which is crazy talk, but not today, and that's okay. The thing is, you can kind of get away with it if you have a couple Banshees. Like, really, the only thing that can stop you from getting a fast third is a big Roach Ravager style attack. And if you've got those Banshees, the Roach Ravager attack's not going to succeed. It'll do some damage, but it's not going to be worth it. And worth what it costs to the Zerg player. Baneling Nest on the way. I really gotta... So, I'm used to selecting stuff to see what it is and then escaping out like this. Because I want to have the default available information down there for you guys. But now... there's no reason to, because it's a boring StarCraft 2 symbol if nothing's selected. So let's just, maybe we'll just leave things selected from now on if I can remember to do that. A lot of this casting is muscle memory. Oh, so double Banshee coming in, but guess what? There's an Overseer in Queens. That's the other problem about Banshees. Like, again, it's guaranteed damage. They're going to kill something at some point, although right now they are certainly not doing that. They have 0 kills each. I love this from Armani. That's so good from Armani. All right, he's going to go ahead and poop some creep here. And he's going to recede, but it's going to delay the third base for Maru, and that totally sucks. Hate getting base timings delayed, especially the second or third base. Those guys getting delayed really can cause snowballing damage that can slow you down to just... crippling amounts later on. It is mutas from Armani. Okay, Armani, are you on my list? Are you going to be on my list of people that can handle Mutalisks against the elite Terrans of the world? Or are all 30 of your mutas going to die here and you're going to lose the game and I'm going to feel bad? We'll keep a tracking eye on that for sure. So Lings, mutas, Bailing Speed getting researched. Widow Mines would be really nice here from Maru. If you just have Marines and tanks, it's going to be a pretty bad time against this. Widow Mines are the key. They're what Zerg hate, and therefore they are good. Yeah, everything's just bigger. I wonder if it's intended to be a little more zoomed out. Yeah, the real estate is just all sorts of different, isn't it? What do you guys think? Zoom level out? Or zoom level in. It's not that different, but I almost feel like I kind of want to have it somewhere in between these two positions, which I can't do. I can zoom in and zoom out from the in level, but not from the out level. That's just out. I don't know. You tell me. I'm more comfortable with the in, even if it feels a little more claustrophobic here with the new interface. Anywho, let's talk about the game, shall we? Marines tanks pushing at about 7.5 minutes, almost 8 minutes here. They've got their stim, they've got their combat shield, they've got their medevacs, they've got their tanks. They don't have any Widow Mines at all, which I do not support. Even having a couple Widow Mines in here can be extremely nice. Better almost for you than a tank would be. Definitely better for you than a tank would be against the Mutalisks. And honestly, better against Banelings too, I think. So this is a pretty standard setup we're seeing from Maru. Setting up here, trying to get a foothold down, and then coming up and around and up that ramp to get up to that fourth base. Ooh, tank pickoff. A little bit careless. A little bit careless for Maru there. Don't like to see that whatsoever. And then marching up the ramp. No, hang on a second. There's a bunch of queens there. So of course there are. And if you abandon the tanks, yeah, Maru doesn't like what he sees. Like, there's too many mutas. There's too many queens in position. It took too long to get up there. Let's go home. Let's maybe set up a fourth base, as it is under construction here inside the main base for Maru. See what we can do. Muta's trying to get some stuff done, but there's a billion Marines protecting that tank. Muta dies for nothing. Some damage on a tank is not really worth it. Fifth base for Maru coming up at the top side. Loving that from him. He's just doing great things. The Banshees are like so... Remember us? We have 0 kills. Oh, somehow this one has 2. I'm going to assume those were creep tumors, which is not great. Infestation pit coming in. And this is it. This is where your Banshees get damage done. See? See? Guaranteed damage. You're not going to win the game with 2 cloaked Banshees, but you're going to do okay. It's like, look, I know that they're useless in most situations because there's so many Mutalisks out. But at least this one manages to escape because they split up when the Popo was coming. And by that I mean the Mutalisks in this situation. Hive tech on the way here from Armani. About 9 minutes. Nothing too crazy there, but I love the base timings. Like, Armani's kicking butt right now. We're looking at 95 workers to 73. Armani is now landing his 4th base, which is great. He's at 73 workers. Income favoring the Zerg player pretty immensely. Yeah, I mean, both players are maxed out. I would love to see some Widow Mines here from Maru. I would. Like, he's got 2. Fine, I'll take it. I'll take 2 right now. I like Armani here. I like a lesser Zerg player would have tried to push up in through there and probably lost everything. But he pulls back, he sends the Lings home, he sends the Mutas up to try to get something done inside the main base. Marines can't really do anything about that. If they try to lift up here, their medevacs are going to get killed, but again, he sees multiple missile turrets and says, I'm not willing to waste some of my Mutalisks for nothing here. Look at this Overlord spread, too. Just got Overlords in random spots. Like, drops are impossible. Maru's never going to be able to drop those Overlords up. They'll get spotted. The medevacs will get spotted 2 seconds out of the main. And then just die to the Mutalisk Flock, which is staying alive. Ooh, nice snipe on that medevac, too. Armani's, he's playing this in a more careful style than I've seen from a Zerg player in some time. I kind of like it. I really do. Like, if you're ahead, get more ahead. Expand again. Sit at your 89 workers. Get a huge bank up. Get into Ultralisks. Because it is largely Marines here out of Maru. And when your opponent has largely Marines, you're going to have a bad time. If Ultralisks show up. These Lings, they're going after add-ons. They could kill these Marauders if they wanted to. I guess they sort of do, but dude, Maru is in so much trouble down this way. He did leave a couple Marines up to try to take down this 12 o'clock base, or 1 o'clock base that Armani has. Which, there's, like, these Banelings could stop this from happening. Armani's not really paying attention. And Maru does clean up the Ling attack. Oh, just got there way too late. That base should have never died. See, and now Armani, I was going to say, now Armani feels like he has to get something done, but instead, no. He allows the Terran to sit up here. He doesn't have to attack it because it's not directly threatening anything right now. Very smart. Muta's heading down to the south to see what they can find. Is there a base down here? Of course there's not. Because he have a burrowed Ling. Dude, this vision that Armani has is sick. This is some of the best map vision I've seen from a Zerg player, like, possibly ever. Look at all that vision on the map. Little bit dangerous here. He contaminates an orbital command. I don't know that I've seen that before. That's kind of awesome. I don't see contaminate a lot anyway, but contaminating an orbital command means no more mules and no more SCV production, which is pretty nice. Oh, and no more scans too, actually. Muta sitting back here, tissue regeneration coming up, Armani double expanding, retaking his 1 o'clock and taking the Rich Vespine Geyser base on the left side. So this is looking tough for Maru all of a sudden. I know he's maxed out, I know he's got a bank, but he's just getting hit in a lot of places at once. And did he just wipe out that base? Seems entirely probable, Falcon. There's a billion things happening right now. Supply depot is getting taken. What? Then the Ultras get out of there. That's incredible stuff, man. He's just, Armani is, oh my gosh, he's not, can't get the upgrades. Okay, if you could get 3-3 for Maru, that would almost be game over. That would almost be so big that it's just, you're done. I mean, not automatically, but in this situation, it sure seems like it. Dude, that's a base. Go get it. Go get some damage. No, attacking into a choke is not exactly what you want, but the Banelings coming through. Thor's down, Tank's down, Ling's, Maru trying to stutter step as well as he can, but again, largely Marines here. They're kind of getting chewed up. A lot of the Ultras have taken a ton of damage, and they do get wiped out there, but that's 27 more SCVs that have died today. It's a total of 48 SCVs that have been killed in this game. It is 47 workers left for Maru. I love that he's spending all this time taking down the engineering base. I mean, I guess it means no more missile turrets, which is nice for Mutalisks, but the upgrades are done. The 3-3 is complete. Mutas, okay, this has been a lot of dead Mutalisks today. 20 Mutas. Yeah, 20 Mutas down. I don't know. This is looking bad for Maru. He's down 83 to 54 total workers. Like, that alone might just be enough. It really could be. I mean, Maru's kind of backed into a corner here. This is This is how aggressive Armani's feeling right now. He's attacking off creep with Banelings and Ultras into Marines and Marauders. Finally backing out there. One final Widowmine parting shot. And the Ultras need to get back onto creep. They've got adrenal, or not adrenal, they've got anabolic synthesis. Another base down for Maru. He just can't get a 5th base. He's at 15 minutes into this game. The creep spread isn't exactly scarlet, but pretty good. I mean, again, your basic goal here is to connect all your bases. And I think that's working out. Again, just taking little bits of guaranteed damage is all Armani is doing here today. I don't know if I like the Ultralisk idea here against Maru. Maru is one of the best in the world at handling Ultras. His kiting is impeccable. He's going to get into Marauders more and more heavily as the Ultralisk count continues to increase here. And that big swings, man. Marauders get the big swings against them Ultras and really burn them down pretty quick. Even if they are on creep. And even if the Ultralisks are chasing them. That kiting can be extremely potently dangerous. Liberators in production. I love Liberators against Ultras too. Especially because there are no Mutas or Corruptors to get rid of them at all. They're completely... Yeah, look at this. The Liberators are completely unopposed here. They obviously one-shot Lings, but that's not really effective. Okay, so that base goes down. Maru does end up losing the 4th. And Armani, this is the most, like, just pulling back I've seen from a Zerg player in some time. It's honestly just an impressive play style. He kills 15 more SCVs. Like, I don't know that Maru can possibly win this game when he has lost 67 SCVs in 16 minutes. That's nuts what Armani's been able to do here with Lings, Mutalisks, Banelings, and Ultras. That said, all of a sudden, there's not a lot of Zerg here. These Ultras are dying fast. Some amazing Baneling connects would be nice. Dude, is Maru going to win this game despite... Oh, the Widowmines! No, Maru. All right, so he's going to get this base. There we go. His first major pickup of a ton of drones going down. 18 drones killed. A hatchery kill to the counterattack of Lings. Dude, that friendly Widowmine shot into these SCVs would be bad. Okay, a little bit. More Lings and Mutas coming down this way. So they do kill this base, but I would like to see him... I almost kind of want to see him just keep pushing. Coming home to deal with this does not feel like the right choice. And there's more Mutas out too, so suddenly the Liberators are not as good as they would want to be. Goodbye missile turrets, goodbye SCVs. Mutalisks, all varying shades of the rainbow down there. It's a 4-kill Widowmine, nothing incredible. Another hatch down, canceled, but not done. And this is Maru's income right now. He needs this base to live. And he's not doing a great job at making sure that it does live. Refinery's getting smacked down. Armani's retaking his 1 o'clock base. I wouldn't be shocked if he... Ow! If he retook this one too, and he is. There we go. So retaking the 9 o'clock. Maru, army difference is... Maru's up 6, which is okay. He's at 36 workers, though. He needs K. This is kind of a situation where you got to go on a rampage. And I'm not sure if that's possible. With all the Banelings out, with the Ultras, he's going to make trades, but he's not going to be an unstoppable killing machine with his particular composition, and he knows it. He's backing out. He knows the counterattack is heading this way, so he's going to head it off early. Beautiful play out of Maru, just making sure, no, your Lings are not coming into my 4th base and killing it again. But guess who's here? The Mutas maybe could. God, the Mutas definitely could, but they're going to be here for base defense instead. Yeah, this group, they're backing themselves into a very nice corner. And actually, the Ultra can't get there. The Mutas are kind of getting picked off, but the Banelings do not care about your corners. You better run. Oh, full medevac dies. You better run from them or you're just in trouble. Ugh, 10 more SCVs die over here at the 3rd. This feels like an Armani win, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, burrowed Banes. Oh, the scan. Nice. Really nice. He caught the burrow. He knows what's going on. He's not an idiot. Lings, Banes, Ultras. Getting some work done. Lings are trying to make it so that the Terran army can't run, but they're not doing a great job of it. Again, it's just they're making good trades, but sometimes you need more than that, and that's your good game. Armani is your winner. And Maru taps out there in 19 minutes and 56 seconds. What an absolutely just fantastic display out of the young Zerg player. I mean, he did more in the name of preservation of units than I've seen from a Zerg player in some time. He did end up losing 36 mutos, but he used them to good effect and he won the game. So I wouldn't say he was super careless with them. It's just the nature of playing against Terran is your mutas are going to die unless you're Serral, in which case you're a god of some kind. But yeah, I mean, that's so much dead stuff here. Resources lost, if we look at that. 44,000 for the Zerg and 32 for the Terran. That just shows how many more resources Armani pulled up in the game. He was able to harvest so many more because normally that ratio means you are in a lot of trouble as a Zerg player. He just had so much stuff it didn't matter. I mean, he lost 422 lings, 420 lings, 420 Zerglings, 29 drones, 3 hatcheries, 15 Ultralisks, and 36 mutas. That's so much stuff. Maru just could never get more than 4 bases rolling. His fourth base was a graveyard more often than not. 63 Marauders died, 129 Marines, 2 planetaries, and a command center went down. Any orbitals? All the orbitals stayed alive, apparently. 2 Thors, 94 SCVs, which is so big, and 15 missile turrets. So, nice job, Armani. Like, again, I think Maru is more highly ranked than Armani, but when it comes down to it, Armani is capable of doing this kind of a thing to a former world champion. A former GSL finalist, right? Maru was a GSL finalist in Season 2. And that's what it's all about. So, nice job by Armani getting the win today, and that right there is going to be it for me. So, this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.